So then let's bring it back to a small business or a private label business. How do you compete with that? Right? Like that's a huge challenge. And I always focus on fundamentals. So I know we already mentioned like assuming you have a great product, but I really want to zero in on that because in the early days of private label, everyone talks about the garlic press. That was the example product in many, many podcasts, like back in 2015 and so forth. But that was a product where you didn't necessarily have to have a lot of innovation, right? Like you could go on Amazon and find a niche of brown shoelaces and you could have a multi-million-dollar private label business. That's not necessarily the case anymore because competition has come. And so having a product that truly is innovative in its own sense, or higher quality, like you need some differentiation that will help you stand out so that you don't just compete on price. And the price piece is important because if you really look at a lot of the big categories on Amazon, there are a ton of manufacturers from overseas who are selling directly on Amazon where you'll never be able to compete with them on price. So number one is you need to have a product that you can compete either in value. There's a big trend overall in premiumization. I was listening to a podcast a few weeks ago where even WD-40 in their earnings calls, they're talking about premiumization of having like different wands and handles where they can upsell the WD-40 spray. And so thinking about how can you innovate there is step number one. Step number two is you really need to have an understanding of your profitability. Where I see a lot of businesses get in trouble is they really buy into the concept of, well, I just have to buy placement on Amazon for SEO. And you do, but you have to do it very intentionally. And what I encourage brands to do is really do their keyword research, identify what long tail keywords are very well correlated with their products, and zero in on your top 20 keywords. Don't try and go for the most volume searched keyword. Don't try and go where the category leaders are currently dominating. You have to be patient and you have to build that momentum over time. Reviews, of course, are huge, and reviews can be challenging to accumulate. We do everything by the book at our firm. If you get caught at Amazon, essentially if Amazon catches you, you can lose selling privileges indefinitely. Not to mention FTC, I think they'll eventually get much more involved with review manipulation, and it's just quite honestly, it's lying to customers, right? In my opinion, it's very dishonest. So that goes back to, again, having a great product so that naturally you start accumulating these positive reviews. Also, you want a strategy of how to request those reviews, which there's a ton of softwares out there that help you get that.